Details at 11:30.
Stephanie Holmquist, David Hirelko, Susan Wolf. Today, one of these champions will win a cash jackpot of $10,000. It's the Tournament of Champions on America's biggest bargain sale, where someone will win a fortune in cash and prizes, including this Porsche 944 and $25,000 in cash. In total, over $50,000 on Sale of the Century. And now, here's the star of the show, Jim Perry.
Thank you. Hello there. Thank you very much. Welcome to Sale of the Century, and welcome to the first of our two semifinals of the Tournament of Champions. If you've been with us over the last few days, you know we have had 9 great champions back here with us, and from the 3 winners of those 3 days, they're sitting over there right now. One of them goes into the finals, and for getting into the finals today, one of these nice people are going to win $10,000 in cash. So a lot at stake. Here to introduce these fine champions again, Summer Bartholomew. The lady in red. Hello there, Summer.
Hello, honey.
Won't you introduce those fine champions
I
again?
certainly will. Our first returning champion is from Los Angeles, California. Here's Stephanie Holmquist.
Welcome back, Stephanie.
And this gentleman is from Waldorf, Maryland. Let's welcome David Hirelko.
Hi, David.
Howdy, Jim.
And next, originally from Amarillo, Texas, here's Susan Wolf.
Hello from yesterday, Susan. See you later with some bargains there, Summer. Good to have you both back here with us. Stephanie, are you ready to go here?
Absolutely.
All righty, David, how about you? You all set?
You bet.
Nice. And Susan, you won yesterday, won that wonderful jet ski. That's terrific. Good to have you all back here again. You know how we do it. 2 of you, unfortunately, are going home. One of you wins $10,000 in cash and goes on to the finals of the Tournament of Champions, where it'll be head-to-head for over $50,000 in cash and a wonderful automobile. I can only say good luck to 3 nice people as we start you off with $20 and with this question. Fanny and Alexander was the last film made. Stephanie?
Ingmar Bergman.
That's who made it. $5 for the correct answer. Stephanie goes to 25. This sporting event divided into 6 or 8 checkers. David?
Polo.
Played with horses, mallets, and balls. Polo it is, yeah. Nice anticipation. David at 25 as well. What nut is the main ingredient in the dish maroon glacé? Stephanie?
Chestnut.
Chestnuts it is, and Stephanie can probably pronounce it better than me, too. Stephanie goes to 30. In 1906, he became the first American to win a Nobel Prize. Susan?
Theodore Roosevelt.
He received the Nobel Peace Prize. Nicely done, Theodore Roosevelt it is. Susan at 25. What instrument is categorized as reflecting, refracting, and radio? Stephanie?
A telescope.
Telescope is what it is, and Stephanie at 35. My goodness, these champions are quick. Stephanie, you've got a $10 lead, and as the players well know, it is time for an instant bargain, and the player in the lead can buy bargain merchandise. Sale surprise with a bonus could come up at any time. Stephanie, with that $10 lead, I know a lot is at stake. Do you want to buy this?
Stephanie, for your Valentine all year around. Delivered monthly for 12 months. A delicious, freshly handmade, hand-packed, all-natural cake. You'll receive a variety of cakes and cookies from Miss Grace Lemon Company. And if you need some extra greenery, we have the perfect solution. Beautiful seasonal displays. Yours with a gift certificate from Flowers by Sir Gregory. Normally priced at $608, and today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $6.
Oh. David, if you say, oh, shucks, I'm going to throw up. Stephanie.
Those are great. I have a sweet tooth, and I would love to have someone send flowers to my house monthly.
Isn't that nice? And it's only $6.
It's wonderful.
And if you want it that much, Stephanie, I will give you $500 in cash to go with it. That is over an $1,100 bargain, but your lead would be cut to $4 and a little further away from $10,000. Going once. Going twice. No sale. Thought I might tempt her with that yet. Oh, never mind. Those two are certainly enjoying their work there. Stephanie doesn't want to buy. Hanging on to a $10 lead. Back with this. To what European country would you book passage if you wished to see the Shroud of Turin and the... David?
Italy.
Italy is exactly where it would be, and David in the second place at 30. This principal bass voice of the woodwind family is a double reed instrument. David?
Bassoon?
With a conical tube about 8 feet long, bassoon is exactly what it is, and David ties Stephanie for first place. What Shakespearean play opens with the line, 2 households both alike and big? Stephanie?
Romeo and Juliet.
Both alike in dignity and fair Verona, where we lay our scene. Romeo and Juliet it is. She got it out. A little nervous about it, but she got it out, and she has the lead. Well, with these fine champions, the difference could be the fame game. $10 money card up there on the board someplace. Buzz in when you know a famous place. I am a small country settlement that became a national historical park in 1954. Among my points of interest are a visitor center, a Confederate cemetery. Susan.
Gettysburg.
Incorrect. Out of the rest of the question, no dollar value. You're not playing for dollars, but for a pick of the board. You stay at 25. I will clear the board. Continue for Stephanie and David. A visitor center, a Confederate cemetery, and the McLean House, which was the site of an historical meeting between two... David?
Appomattox.
That's exactly what it is, where Grant and Lee met. Appomattox or Appomattox Courthouse. Either one acceptable. And David, big pick of the board.
Dead center, number 5.
And behind number 5, we had a food preparer. This KitchenAid mixer with attachments can handle most every task, from the single egg white to kneading yeast doughs. It's a complete food preparer furnished by KitchenAid.
It's very nice. It's $469. David was happy about that. Stephanie and Susan were thrilled he didn't find a money card. This great semifinal match continues right after this.
Dad, which side does Crispix cereal's the crispiest, the rice or the corn?
The corn, son.
How do you know, Dad?
Because we're from Iowa, son.
I think the rice side is the crispiest.
Hogwash.
But Crispix is supposed to be good and crispy on both sides.
Both sides are real crispy. Tasty, too. But around here, everybody knows which side's the crispiest.
The rice, definitely.
The rice.
Kellogg's Crispix is crispy times 2.
Here's denture wearer Danny Thomas.
Now, I love a good cigar, but I hate the darn tobacco stains it leaves on my dentures. So I use Smoker's Polident. This baby's the only cleanser specially made for the job. Look, we'll take half this tobacco-stained denture. Now watch Super Strength Smoker's Polident power away that stain and let the clean shine through. See? Like my pal Martha Ray says, Super Strength Smoker's Polident gets tough tobacco stains super clean.
If you live in Los Angeles or are planning to visit the L.A. area and would like to become a contestant on Sale of the Century, please call area code 213-557-3555. And now back to Jim Perry and Sale of the Century.
Thank you, Jay. And after the Tournament of Champions, which is going to be this week and again next week, we would love to have you down here as a contestant. Maybe you would be sitting up here with our next Tournament of Champions. And now back to this fine semifinal match with Stephanie at $40, David at $35, Susan at $25. This question's for 5. Since William the Conqueror, every English sovereign is called what castle home? Susan.
Windsor.
Windsor it is. Susan hits the $30 mark, and $10 separate all 3 fine champions. I'm Always Chasing Rainbows is a popular song based on an etude by what, Susan?
Chopin.
By what Polish composer? You didn't even need the Polish to help you. Chopin is right. Susan ties David for second place. In John Donne's great poem, what does he order to be not proud? David.
Death.
Death, be not proud. You're right. David ties Stephanie for first place. What profession has as its symbol a winged staff with 2 serpents? Susan.
Physicians or doctors?
Twined around it, known as a caduceus in medical profession, doctors. 3-way tie. Well, instant bargain. Now remember, one of these people is going to get $10,000. If you at home were sitting over there in a 3-way tie, would you have the courage to buy this?
You can set sail for relaxation on this fabulous cruise along the Sacramento River. First, we'll fly you and a friend from Los Angeles to San Francisco for a 4-day getaway. Then you'll depart from Fisherman's Wharf aboard a riverboat to see the sights of the San Francisco Bay, followed by a leisurely cruise of the historic water route of the 49ers. This fabulous cruise is normally priced at $1,056. And today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $10.
Oh, that's a lovely cruise. Everybody's necking today. Over $1,000 cruise. 3-way tie. All you have to do is win for a spot in the final. Susan, don't check your nails now. You might want to buy this, Susan. All you have to do is win by $1. 9, 8, 7, 6. Over $1,000 cruise for $10. The value of one question, $5. 4. Oh, Susan, get your finger near that buzzer. She's always teasing me. Well, I'll tease you. You can have that cruise for $1. David will buy for $1. Enjoying over $1,000 cruise, but $1 comes off his score, and that $1 could be important. We'll find out. Back to business. What South American fish lives up to its Portuguese name, Susan?
Piranha.
A toothed fish, you are right. Piranha it is, and Susan in the lead. Promptly after being sworn in as president, Daniel Ortega denounced U.S. aggression against his nation. Stephanie? Nicaragua is the nation, and Susan and Stephanie are again in a tie. What spherical structure of interlocking polygons was designed by Buckminster David?
Geodesic dome.
Buckminster Fuller, I was going to say, geodesic dome is exactly right, and again, that $1 difference as David goes to 44. What's the English translation of the French phrase, cherchez la peine? Stephanie?
Look for the woman.
That's the exact translation. Yes, you got it for another 5. Name the film in which Katharine Hepburn won an Oscar for her portrayal of the great medieval figure Stephanie?
What? Lion in Winter.
Yes, you are right before the buzzer. I was going to say Eleanor of Aquitaine. Lion in Winter it is. Well, I'll test your trivia here for a moment and let these nice players relax. 2 women shared that 1968 Academy Award for Best Actress. One was Katharine Hepburn for The Lion in Winter. The other was an actress making her film debut. Anybody know it?
Barbra Streisand.
I bet you knew it, too. Barbra Streisand for Funny Girl. We'll be back to this great match after this.
When I brought him home, he was this big. Honest. The can of Calcan the breeder gave me to start with was even bigger than he was. Oh, and now look at this woolly monster. As he flourished, he's the happiest, healthiest dog I have ever had. And a big part of the credit goes to Calcan. It's got all that high-quality meat, plus all the vitamins and minerals Bo needs. And boy, does he love his Calcan.
Calcan, 100% complete nutrition for all stages of your dog's life. No wonder top breeders recommend it.
Meet Mr. Jones, our stockbroker. Mr. Jones is in a depression because he's wearing one of those saggy diapers that leak. Well, sir, take stock in Huggies. Huggies diapers are form-fitting, and they're thick and absorbent with soft, gentle elastic at the leg. So Huggies hug to help stop leaking and help keep babies happy. Now our stockbroker's wearing Huggies, and happy days are here again. Right, Mr. Jones?
Fantastic. Only a cleaner this strong can make cleaning this easy.
It's so easy. It's so easy.
Fantastic. Only a cleaner this strong can make cleaning this easy.
It's so easy.
We asked minor arthritis pain sufferers why they depend on Bengay.
Takes away the pain. The warmth takes away the pain.
I know it's working because of the warmth and the soothing feeling that I get.
The Bengay gives a lot of relief, and it lasts for hours. This is my pal. I go to sleep with him every night, kid. Until there is a cure found for arthritis, I will keep right on using the Bengay.
For arthritis pain, feel better with Bengay. You can feel it working.
The warmth takes away the pain.
All you have to do is look at that score to know how exciting this semifinal match is in the Tournament of Champions. Stephanie at 55, Susan at 45, David at 44. We'd added a $15 money card up on the board as we look for the identity of a famous person. I was born on a farm in 1759 and remained a farmer despite my success as a writer. Farming is a hard way of life, which taught me to take joy in fleeting pleasure. As a result, much of my poetry has a bawdy theme. My familiar lines include the best-laid schemes of mice and men. David?
Bobby Burns.
Bobby Burns is right. Scotland poet. And David gets that pick of the board.
3 daughters, number 3, please.
And behind number 3, we have a typewriter. Smith Corona's Portable Enterprise Electronic Typewriter. A sleek new state-of-the-art typewriter furnished by Smith Corona.
It is a lovely prize, but it is not a money card. And now there are 7 numbers left up there. With the third and final crack at that same game board, there'll be a $5, $10, $15, and $25 money card up there. Back with all 3 players in this. The Italian poet Petrarch was the first major practitioner of the type of poem which contains 14 lines. Stephanie?
The sonnet.
A sonnet is exactly right, and a set rhyme scheme, I was going to say as well. Stephanie hits the $60 mark. What masculine pen name was used by English author Stephanie?
George Eliot.
Mary Ann Evans with her great book, Silas Marner. You're right. George Eliot it is. Took a chance that paid off to the tune of another $5 for Stephanie. In 1865, at the Battle of the Natural Bridge, young cadets helped repel a Union attack. David?
Virginia Military Institute.
No, near the capital city of Florida. What city? Tallahassee it is. And for the first time today, a player takes a backward step as David loses $5. Instant bargain. Stephanie, all by yourself, you have a $20 lead over Susan. They're back to kissing. We're back to this.
Stephanie, here's another lovely sentiment on Valentine's Day. These romantic, heart-shaped picture frames in beautiful sterling silver. A very personal way to add a touch of elegance to your home. Furnished by David Orgel. These lovely picture frames are normally priced at $1,870. And today on Sale of the Century, it's yours for only $16.
Well, Stephanie, aren't they lovely?
Yes, they are.
Let me take these. Would you two stop it? So ashamed. Oh, aren't they? I'm not cruel to
You
you.
put these things under my nose when you can. I've seen
Stephanie,
this
when I
before.
do a thing like that. Aren't they lovely? Look at that.
I'm not going to touch
Beautiful.
them.
Stephanie, they're gorgeous. I'll let our friends at home see this one. You look at that one with a picture of David.
Very nice.
You have a $20 lead.
Yes.
Now, they would normally cost $16. But I'm going to do two things. I don't want you to be trailing by more than the value of one question.
All right.
Actually, wouldn't you be trailing? You'd be ahead by the value of one question if I knock that price of those $1,870 frames down to $15. So you would still have a $5 lead, and I will throw in $1,000 in cash.
Whoa.
You can touch that. You could fan it out. It's real American money. $2,870, and you would still have the lead. Going once. Going twice. No sale. Oh! Sale surprise as well. How much was in it there, Dave? Another $700 in cash you turned down.
All for 15 points.
All for 15 points. And maybe 10,000 bucks. We'll be right back. That's a tough decision.
When the sun and the sand light my thirst with desire, only one diet drink can put out that fire. I want to pop, I want a diet Shasta. I want to lick my lips and keep my slinky hips.
I drink Diet Shasta because now it has NutraSweet, and it tastes great. And everybody knows I have great taste.
I want to pop, I want a diet Shasta.
Now you can freshen carpet, fabric, the air. Everywhere with the luxury fragrances of new Dry Breezes. Not wet, it's dry.
Dry Breezes.
Spray directly on fabric to eliminate trapped odors safely without staining. Spray the air to release its extraordinary fragrance.
Dry Breezes.
Dry Breezes in 3 luxury fragrances.
Freshen fabric, the air, everywhere.
Dry Breezes.
Freshen everywhere with luxury fragrances.
Dogs will do anything for gravy. But pouring water on ordinary dry dog food won't make gravy. Gaines Gravy Train makes the gravy your dog is craving. Ordinary dries get watered down. Gravy Train dog food makes rich, thick, delicious, real beef gravy. No, pouring water on ordinary dry doesn't get your dog gravy. It just gets him wet. Gravy Train makes the gravy your dog is craving.
Okay, honey.
Aerosol oven cleaning. Some people do anything to avoid breathing the fumes. Well, breathe easier with an SOS oven cleaning pad. Inside there's a powerful grease and grime cutter that's so strong, SOS will get your oven just as clean as the leading aerosol with no fumes. Get an SOS oven pad for a really clean oven with no fumes.
Stephanie just had a unique idea. She told me during the commercial break there, I could just give her the money if I wanted to. No, not to do that. Stephanie at 65, Susan at 45, David at 39. Back to business. Someone goes into the finals with $10,000 in cash added to their total. The oldest known manuscripts of any books of the Bible were found in a cave near the... Susan. Near the banks of the River Jordan, name them the Dead Sea Scrolls. And Susan loses 5 down to 40. Strictly speaking, this NBC newsman has long been considered one of the most literate and grammatically correct journalists ever. He is Edwin...
Newman.
Newman is right. Strictly speaking was the name of his book, as a matter of fact. David, back up to the $40 mark. Argentina, which claims ownership of this island group, calls them the Maldives.
The Falkland Islands.
What does England call them? The Falklands is right. Stephanie again anticipates beautifully. Going to $70. She has a $30 lead over you, Susan, and a $26 lead over you, David. A $25 money card up there on the board. Get control. It could be the difference for $10,000. Famous person. I am an explorer, born in Spain about 1475 A.D. After Columbus's first trip, I heard stories about the wealth of the New World and joined an expedition to see for myself. When we reached Hispaniola, I stayed for a while to raise pigs. I stowed away to go to South America and became governor of Darien. There I heard tales of a vast, David?
Balboa.
Vast body of water. You are right, Balboa. It is the Pacific, the body of water. And a pick of the board for David Hiroko.
They've got to be back there somewhere. Number 1 for my wife. Number 1.
And behind number 1, $400 a pick again.
David, do I even have to ask you, do you want that $400?
I do, but I better pick again. And we have 4 girls at home, so number 4, please.
And behind number 4, we have $50.
Quickly now, where were the other 2 money cards?
Behind the number 9 and the 8.
And the 8, but David found one that got him a lot closer to Stephanie as he goes to 59. And now we finish up this semifinal match with the speed round. 2 nice people go home. One wins $10,000 and a spot in the final. 60 seconds on the clock, please. Stephanie in the lead at 70. David now in second place at 59. Susan at 40. Good luck. We start the speed round now. What is the first letter of the Greek alphabet? David?
Alpha.
Right. In 1823, what American president declared a famous doctrine which bears...
Monroe.
Right. The dried meat of what fruit is called copra? 70.
Coconut.
Right. In the summer of 84, what athlete matched the Olympic record of Jesse Owens? 70.
Edwin Moses.
Wrong. Name the South American country that calls its capital Ascension. Susan.
Argentina.
Wrong. According to the Bible, who gave the Sermon on the Mount? Susan.
Jesus.
Right. What Western writer won enormous fame with his 1912 book, Riders of the Purple Sage? David.
Zane Grey.
Right. Name the modern Russian composer of Peter and the Wolf. 70.
Tchaikovsky.
Wrong. In which of our East Coast states would you visit the Wright Brothers Memorial? David.
Dayton, Ohio.
Wrong. What vitamin does the body make from chloretane? 70.
A.
Right. When he sailed from Peru to Polynesia, for Heyerdahl skippered David.
The Aku Aku.
Wrong. What Scandinavian country contains the majority of the Jutland Peninsula? Susan.
Denmark.
Right. On the Mohs hardness scale, time is up at 70. You are the winner and go into the finals of the Tournament of Champions. Congratulations. Wow. What can I tell you about these fine champions? Before we get to Stephanie, first of all, I've got to say goodbye. I want to say goodbye personally to a couple of fine champions. My goodness, what can I tell you? The 2 of you played so very, very well. David, congratulations. Thanks.
Great time.
You were terrific. And with everything that you picked up along the way, and including in the tournament, David Hiroko leaves us with $104,758 in cash and prizes. Thank you, David. Susan, thank you, my love.
Thank you, Jim.
Susan leaves us with $72,970 in cash and prizes. Thank you both. Stephanie Holmquist, come on up here with me, my love. Let's go back here. Congratulations. Stephanie, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
In addition to everything else that you've picked up, you are in the finals.
Great.
And for winning today and going into the finals, you have got this. Summer comes out with a suitcase. You've got yourself $10,000 in cold cash for Stephanie Holmquist. We will be back to wrap things up and tell you where we stand in the tournament, where Stephanie stands right after this commercial timeout. Congratulations, Stephanie. Great job. Great job. Great job. Nope, no butter. I'm eating lighter.
We all are.
Even if it's margarine, there's nothing light about that.
Everything's light about this. 25% less salt, fat, and calories, and no cholesterol.
Fleischmann's Light. 25% less salt, 25% less fat, 25% less calories than regular margarine.
Delicious. So why should I eat dry toast?
Fleischmann's Light. 25% less salt, fat, and calories.
What will you get out of this week's National Enquirer?
Take a look.
How to be richer a year from now.
Fear has driven this ex-beetle to an island fortress.
Ice beats heat for relieving pain.
Why women are better than men at handling their bosses.
More useful news for inquiring minds.
Changing your hairstyle can give you the blues.
Never pay for auto repairs by cash or check.
For a man, good looks can be bad news.
Dynasty heads for some shocking surprises.
Including a secret spin-off to run opposite Dallas.
With all they put into it,
you get more out of it.
This week's National Enquirer.
Peter and the Wolf, now you got me thinking about it. I got to check it out. Stephanie Holmquist, congratulations. Now, you are going to take a few days off. You will be back a week from today because we are going to have 3 more matches with 9 players. The winners of those 3 will then compete in another semifinal, and that winner will get $10,000 and come back to meet Stephanie head-to-head for this.
Put the adventure back into driving with this fabulous Porsche 944. Take to the road in this 5-speed sports car that combines a sleek exterior with a luxurious interior, with cruise control, sunroof, and factory alarm. This prize is worth $27,622.
And the winner of the tournament gets not only that car, but this.
A cash jackpot of $25,000.
So, if you beat one more person in the final 7, you will add over $50,000 with the car and the additional $25,000 in cash. Stephanie goes into the finals a week from today with the $10,000 she won today, everything else she's picked up along the way. She already has $96,539, and she could add over $50,000 more in the finals. Tournament of Champions continues tomorrow on Tale of the Century. Bye for now, my friends.
Our studio audience is some defining contestants with the sweet Diet Shasta. Now with a great taste of NutraSweet and more flavors to make you say, I want to pop Diet Shasta. And Bright gives a brilliant shine without buildup. So bring your no wax floor out of the dark and turn on a bright shine. Plus Rice-A-Roni, the big flavor side dish that's so quick, so easy. The one you saute and simmer to flavor perfection. Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. And everybody loves Tootsie Rolls. On the average, these Tootsie Rolls cost 28% less per pound than other leading snack-sized chocolatey candies. Plus gift certificates for Kentucky Fried Chicken and fresh buttermilk biscuits. You've got a right to chicken done right. At Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do chicken right. And towel set, beautifully manufactured and beautifully embroidered by the Meistergram Monogram professionals. Handsome accents to your wardrobe and home furnishings from Meistergram. Jim Perry's wardrobe, furnished by Botany 500. All prices are manufacturer's suggested retail value and are correct at the time of recording. This is Jay Stewart speaking.
Now stay tuned for Wheel of Fortune and get in on the fun of Valentine's Week. Fabulous prizes are waiting for the smartest couples, but they have to be lucky, too. Wheel of Fortune next. Then don't miss Scrabble and the fabulous Tournament of Champions. The jackpot begins at $35,000. After that, the excitement continues on Super Password. Terrific prizes, of course, plus your chance to meet actress Shelley Smith.
NBC, let's all be there.
Tale of the Century is a Red Sandy production.